Tonight, we are at Louis on Lewis doing one of the Dining with the Dead events. So the Dining with the Dead events are one of my favorite things to do. It's food, it's tears, it's laughing, it's messages, it's empowering people, it's teaching. It encompasses all of what I hope to bring to people in what I do. Tonight, I think that we have about 40, just over 40 people. So not everyone's going to get messages. I can't do that, but people will receive messages by observing. A good medium is going to give you information that doesn't make sense sometimes. And that's because that's your holy crap moment later. Because they're seeing things that are coming up for you or things that are important after, right? They're not just reading off of your energy. They're not just reading what's coming off of you. They should be able to give you other information. So earlier, when you were walking in, I just kept hearing someone to your side. So this is a friend, someone younger, not older. So for me, this person's maybe early 50s, mid 50s. That's the appearance that she has. It's younger, not older, okay? When she comes in, it is really weird for me because from the bottom of my legs down, it feels kind of cold. From up here to here, it's hot and it hurts really bad. Whatever was going on with her physically, right up here hurts very bad. And does that make sense? Okay. When she comes in, she gets very emotional. She starts crying and she gets very upset because she was not, the day that she died, prepared or expecting to pass on that day. She's showing me that to her side, her family structure has fallen apart because of this. She keeps giving me this, when they give me that punch in the arm, it's super friendly, very social, knows lots of people. So she's showing me being the glue within her community, and that her community is not sure how to be at the moment with this passing. Do you mind if I ask what happened with why her legs feel so hot?
I think she had just had hysterectomy because of cancer.
Yeah.
And they were having trouble with the stitches, or the staples healing and stuff, and so she was having a lot of...
She's kind of pissed off with, like, her doctors. She is so pissed off. She just, like, she starts crying, and she's angry that she didn't... it's like they lied. I like when they show me. So I want them to show me ways that they can show people that they're around. Okay, but she's showing me, like, this is less than a month. The other thing that she keeps showing me is these big sunflower bursts. There's something about sunflowers and it's sunflower bursts. Not my stuff, so I'll just keep shooting it out at you, and you need to pass those messages along, okay?
Actually, I think that's on her Facebook page. It's a picture of a sunflower, a huge sunflower.
To validate that it's her? Okay. This feels more like infection that's shooting down inside my legs. Yeah.
But it's lower.
Oh yeah, all down here.
She actually had a massive heart attack.
Oh yeah, I know. But this is what she's showing me, that she had going on with her body at the time.
Okay.
And it feels, I'm telling you, it feels like an infection. So she's showing me that it was either going to be this long drawn out or leave quick.
Okay.
Because she keeps apologizing to her husband because nobody got there to say goodbye.
God just told the family that she'd be fine, and she was gone 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Because she keeps saying nobody got to say goodbye, and that's where the issues are. She keeps saying, thank you for sharing those messages. Thank you for sharing the messages. 12. So is there, who's 12? There has to be one, like a grandchild or somebody that's in that early or preteen. She keeps pulling a boy up that would be about 12.
Oh, nephews, yeah.
About 12 years old. Yeah. So she keeps wanting him to know that she will show himself or herself to him as well too. And she keeps showing me a birthday and a celebration coming up really close as well too, that there's this birthday or celebration, but it's within the family structure underneath her. So she keeps saying that she's going to be there. So she keeps showing me, you know, if you stare at a light bulb and you turn your head and you see the little light things, she's showing me that in the pictures during that celebration, that there's going to be these bursts.
The Sandra that came through, dear friend and leader, actually, not only of a group of a children's charity called Help a Child Smile, that she has been on the board of directors for over 20 years. Also hugely involved in the community in Brantford. Lost her very, very suddenly on Mother's Day, and the outpouring from the community and the loss is already felt. As a board member with Help a Child Smile that services families of a child being treated for cancer, ethnic master, her leadership is already feeling, we're feeling the loss, and I had hoped that she would come through. I needed to know that she is here, and it's really kind of amusing, I think. And she had a tremendous sense of humor, and the fact that she came through first, because we often talked about, she knew that I'm a believer. She didn't buy into any of that. Didn't buy into it one bit. So for her to be the first one through, I think is so appropriate. Just so appropriate.
What happens when you have 40 people here? There's the push-pull of energy and them hoping their people come in, hoping they don't talk about certain things, hoping that their questions get answered, and then their people in spirit. So it's really like having 80 or more people in the room. It feels crowded to me when I go in, even though people in here may only see 40 people. That's not how many I'm seeing. Okay, Miss Susie Q. Okay, what I kept hearing was grease monkey, grease monkey, grease monkey. So male figure above you feels like dad, sick to my stomach, infection or cancer that goes through his whole system. He keeps dropping his head forward as well too. So like that asleep or coma, heavy medicated, can't verbalize at the time he's passing, right? So when he keeps coming in for you, I think it's that stacking thing, right? Where it's just going to be that, here we go with the cancer, here we go with cancer, we're gonna, I don't know, we're over here with the cancer too. So that's kind of what's happening. So two things that he keeps showing me for you. Okay, so he keeps pushing the pedal down and driving fast. Driving too fast, taking corners tight. And that he has to hang on your shoulder because it's ingrained in you, like it's a genetic gene that you're not ever going to drive the speed limit. Does that make sense? He keeps like doing the whole like devil's horn with the tongue hanging out, but he's showing me like this music and then the real country twangy stuff. So this is where he's like going, but you're listening to crap. That's what he keeps saying. I'm just, it's not me giving you the gears. All right, so the other thing that he keeps showing me is that he, it's pennies and dimes that he's leaving money for you everywhere. See, I think pennies and dimes, they need to pony up and leave a toonie because at least you can get a drink from McDonald's for $1 for the summer, right? Pardon?
I found 3 dimes today.
Did you find 3 dimes today? Awesome. When you were getting ready to come here? Yeah, that's awesome. He smells like stale cigarettes.
Well, he was a heavy smoker.
All right. He keeps showing me that he takes things in your room and moves them so that you can't find them. So he's showing me that you get mad and actually start arguments with your mom because you think that your mom's been in your room, but it's not her, that he's done it. So he's saying that it's giving your mom the gears at the same time.
So true, Dad.
I'm so glad I could give that to you because your dad dogged my ass all afternoon. It was like, grease monkey, grease monkey. I get it. I just want to do my own thing right now. On the nights where I have the larger events, I find I get more sensitive the closer it is to the time that I have to leave because I'm picking up all the spirit messages already. They're anxious to get going, so I find I try to tune out my family and they get irritated with me because they're trying to get my attention and the dead people are trying to get my attention and I just need some quiet. So I find it very overwhelming and they find I'm snippy. Though that's not my intention to be snippy with them, I just need the night over. So the other thing that your mom keeps showing me is not being from here. She keeps pulling me outside, like I want to go east. I just want to go east. She keeps showing me east, that she wants to go east, right? Okay. So you came here. She was from the east? Okay.
She died here.
She died in the east, though? Here? Oh. Did you take her back there? Because she just keeps, thank you, because that's where she wanted to go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think she would have been a happy camper if she was still here. She keeps counting like 5 people. She keeps counting a family of 5, family of 5, family of 5. Does that make, this is your grandma? Yeah. Okay. So are you guys the family of 5? Because she keeps going family of 5, whoa. So, all right. So okay. So it's all about forgiveness, right? Like what you don't let go of will build up in you and make you sick next. She must have had diabetes and stuff going on too. Like she wasn't telling anybody anything about what was going on in her system at all. She kept her mouth shut because she keeps saying that she's sorry that she didn't tell. So she keeps showing me how it's manifesting in you, that anger that you're still hanging on to that you need to let go is all there, right here. I know I'm weird.
There's no way she could have known any of that. It was phenomenal. And I expected my mom to come through. I really did. And when she spoke about the pain in my back for the past 3 days, it's been intense. And it's on this side. It's crazy.
Oh, she keeps showing me, it feels like the warming blankets, you know, after you have a baby, yep. They put the warming blankets on you. She keeps showing me people putting warming blankets, like that it was these warming blankets, because she keeps saying thank you for putting the warming blankets on her, because she wasn't able to say that at the time. Does that make sense? Okay. She's showing me that it was really noisy when she was breathing. Like it feels almost rattly for me. So she's showing me at the time that she passed, there was a reason and a purpose for it. And it was not wanting people to have to hear that sound at the time that she was passing, that she knew that the people weren't going to be in the room that would be the most upset hearing that sound. You weren't there, right?
And oftentimes, the messages that are directed for one person will help another person also to heal. So it's not like, oh, you're hearing a message from your loved one and you're the only one benefiting. The experience of everybody witnessing that and witnessing that deep transformation is so healing for everyone who's in the circle and involved in the circle.
It's fast, quick, traumatic, unexpected. He's in his early 20s. Looks like he's in his early 20s. He keeps showing me it's accident related. It's accident related. It's fast, quick, traumatic, and accident related. He's showing me it's all head, neck trauma. Does that make sense? Is there alcohol involved with him or the other person? He keeps showing me early 20s? Was it between 17 and 23?
24.
Okay. I think I wrote down 23 on that piece of paper. We'll have to grab it after. Okay. He keeps doing a couple of different things. This doesn't feel biologically connected, though.
It was my brother.
Really? It's not. No, it's not.
No, it's a really close friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was alcohol involved. In
Yeah.
it. A boating accident and killed instantly.
Because he's showing me like his body is just like his body was a mess. There was nothing to him. There was nothing left. He just kept making my throat hurt earlier, and so he kept coming in going, she needs to know I'm sorry. She needs to know I'm sorry. She needs to know I'm sorry. Good people make bad choices. Because he keeps saying good people make bad choices, and that he knew better. So does that age bracket still fit, or was he a bit older?
He was 33.
Oh my God, he had the mentality of a teenage boy.
He was a partier.
Yeah, total. Like to the excess, right? Because he just keeps coming in apologizing.
Yeah, we were just talking about him the other day. Because my husband was the last one to see him.
Okay.
So he's saying why my husband is, why. You know, because we picked him up to take him somewhere, and then he turned around and decided to go on his boat after drinking.
Oh,
But had enough sense to call us and say, pick me up.
Right. But he kept drinking because there was like stashes in the boat. He's showing you there was stashes of liquor in the boat.
Yeah. There was 3 of them that were killed.
Okay, that was the other thing that he was showing me is that there was 3. But he's claiming responsibility for it, that it was his fault that those people died because he keeps saying that he is sorry. He is sorry. Please let everyone know I'm sorry. I don't necessarily get nervous that people aren't going to show up in spirit. I know that they're going to show up. I get overwhelmed by the physical sensations that I feel from the people that are crossed over. So if they're very sick, I may start feeling like I'm going to be sick as well too. So I just get anxious to start delivering the messages. And I also get overwhelmed with the energy that comes off of the guests that come, because there's that need energy that comes off of them, that they need their people to show up, and that expectation and hope that their people come. So it's hard sometimes for me to let go and know that it's always playing out in the way that it needs to, and I can't deliver messages to every single person, even if I tried. The female that's coming in that's showing me attached on Dad's side, the family feels above. So normally for me that's Grandma, or like someone that would feel like Grandma, feels biologically connected. She's making me feel like I have no or little mobility on one side. There's something about, I'm just going to keep spitting it out, okay? So I know what I'm feeling, so I'm just going to keep spitting it out. She keeps showing me it's hard to breathe. It goes either chest, head, or head, chest. There's something about head and chest, or chest and head, and it's this one arm feels heavy where I cannot lift it. It hurts. It's not even that it hurts to lift, it just feels too heavy to lift, like there's no mobility on one side. She keeps showing me the back of her hair. Usually for me that means that they've had to sit for a long time, or they were laying for a long time. Does that not make sense? So I'm just going to toss it out there, because I kept hearing or seeing B-R-I-A-N. So if this fits for somebody else, it's B-R-I-A-N, Brian or Brianne. Dad's mom feels more like either heart and stroke or stroke and heart.
Might be over here.
Does that make sense?
We have an Uncle Brian, and our grandma, my mom's mother, died of a heart attack.
Okay. And it's your brother that's named Brian? Did you just not want me to talk to you out loud?
Well, I didn't know the connection, actually.
Okay.
His spells name a little different.
Oh, okay. But Brian is still here. He's not crossed over. He's here. Okay. I'm just going to keep giving it to you, because she just keeps hammering it at me like she's cuffing him up the back of the head, that he's not taking care of his health. She keeps closing up. See, my ears ring. Do your ears ring? She's making my ears ring off the charts and pointing at you. Okay. Alrighty. So she keeps showing me that you have abilities as well too. So you're seeing and feeling and picking up on people that are crossed over, and that you've been able to do this from the time that you were little. She keeps showing me that she wants to come in to be that guide for you to help buffer out the crappy people that are crossed over, because you get some wonky experiences that you shouldn't be dealing with. Does that make sense? Okay. That's not good. Some of this stuff that comes in is not good. And you don't, what I tell people, like mediums, we can teach intuitive classes, we can teach mediumship classes, but mediums are really born. And when you do mediumship and you do it this way, it's being of service to help people, right? It's not, shouldn't be the ego-based stuff. When you're born sensitive that way, it's learning how to have the healthy boundaries with spirits as well too, because it's your body, your vessel, your rules. I'm very clear. I don't want to see if you had, like your friend, he didn't show me what his body looked like, because I'm still human. I'll still have nightmares at nighttime. Like, I don't want to see that stuff. So you have to have those clear boundaries. And when we're intuitive that way, we have to clear our energetically, we have to clear our space out, because it will build up around us. It's like this little light of mine, and we'll drag home people with us, because what you've got going on shouldn't be happening.
Okay. So there's no good stuff when, like, because you say there's...
Oh yeah, there's good stuff, but you also get this wonky stuff because there's no boundaries. Okay. So you need to be taught how to have those boundaries, so like the negative stuff doesn't keep happening. Because the other stuff, it's just, they need to be told off, basically. Like, you know, just because you have this doesn't mean that it's a gift and it's a free-for-all. Like, some spirits need to just bugger off. They don't need to be there. Is my mom okay in healing? Will my daughter be okay in life? And will I be financially okay? Does anybody want to claim that? Okay. What she keeps showing me is that her anger is lessening, that she's not hanging on to her anger. She's not hanging on to her anger. And for me, when I feel anger or resentments, my nose gets really stuffy. It's all of a sudden like I've got allergies and I can breathe. So like the anger, she just keeps saying the anger is lessening. The anger is lessening. She keeps showing me, you know the pink jewelry boxes with the ballerina?
Yeah. My daughter has one in her room that my mother had given her.
Okay, because when you asked, will my daughter be okay in life, when I go to answer that question, she keeps showing me the pink jewelry box with the ballerina inside. When I ask her that, she just keeps saying yes. What she shows me, which, you know, it's going to sound like pretty much like any other mom in here that has a daughter. She just keeps showing me headbutt, 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 headbutt. So, okay, what she says, though, is your mom didn't allow you to have a voice, that she choked it out of you. So you know what not to do with your daughter. Let her have her voice, because that's how she'll learn. If she makes mistakes, it's just learning, right? But she keeps showing me a move. So she's showing me a move. So it doesn't feel like a physical move, it feels like an office moving. So there's an office moving, and she keeps saying that it's a good move, that not to be scared, because she says you waffle. Just do it. Just jump and do it.
That makes sense.
Okay, good. Thank you for letting me do that for you.
She is the real deal. Yeah.
She is.
What she said verified who we were hoping to hear from.
Yes.
I do feel relieved now. A lot better that I know that Mom's actually looking over us.
I believe that there is a healing process, that sometimes the healing, you could come in with pain and a personal need, for that direct message. And if you don't get it, though, I think sometimes just seeing someone else, like that young lady down there who is also gifted, to see that message go through and see that already healing has started there and the help has started there, gives you confidence that, okay, today wasn't the day, it's all about timing, but I know it will come when the time is right. Because we might think, right now, I need this right now, but maybe we don't, and we don't know the big picture. So maybe we didn't get the message today because there's a better time and place when we're going to get that message.